Hi, Stan Ehrlich, August 18th, 2022. Now, almost about 2 hours after the opening, we were slightly, and I mean less than a point, lower in most of the indexes, not even below yesterday's low, but close. At the moment, we're up a very small 30 hundredths, 0.3 on the Spider, zero point 0.4 lower in the DIA, and 0.7 higher, not even a full point, fractions of a point, a little higher in the QQQ, and the Russell 2000 is only up 0.39 at this second. No up or down movement of any significant, no lows today so far, lower than yesterday's low, and we're not even close to yesterday's high on any rally that we've had, which has not really even happened. My overbought condition a few days ago had and did produce a major bearish sell signal for the QQQ. And as we oftentimes see, this red daily bar is so far on top of the rally, the high day, similar to what we had, well, not quite that similar, on November 22nd of 21, the top of the stock, or the QQQs rather, for the bull market, the high day. And what a sell signal. And a few days later we had another one. This sell signal, I think, is going to be the high of the rally for 2 months. The result of a small head and shoulder bottom that took a couple of months to develop. And we have now reached the minimum upside objectives across the board on all of the pattern symbols that I have just mentioned. Russell 2000, Qs, DIA, and Spider have reached their minimum upside objectives. Not that they can't go further, it's possible. It is a minimum objective. But they got up into resistance areas. 1. They got overbought. 2. We got a QQQ bearish engulfing. 3. We have other reasons to believe, like the S&P 500 touching the 200-day moving average from underneath and dropping down immediately a couple of days ago. 4. There's other reasons as well why the indexes should start to come down from a technical reason. This is extremely important. If the turning point I think we have just had does hold, then we're going to see, in my opinion, a test of the lows that we saw back in June, 2 months ago. And that is the lowest low for this bear market. My long term, and I think it'll happen before the end of the year, downside objective would be a 240, 230 area. And I hold that opinion now for several months. I think ever since about February or so, February, March. Today, I want to show you something new. We're going to go to some cyclical analysis and some chart patterns real quick. This happens to be not the greatest cycle that I found in the E-mini, but it does pick off the low in June, and it does have a cycle high right now. The last cycle high was good, not great. Produced a sharp move down on time. We did get extremely close to the highest high for the whole damn trend around the turn of the year. Another good high, and good highs are hard to come by in a bull market because they don't produce a big move down because it's a bull market. Not the greatest high, little late. The actual price high was slightly earlier than expected, and this one didn't work at all. Slightly before the COVID crash, look at the lows. The green bars picked off a bottom, not bad. The bottom of the COVID crash, exactly. A minor dip low during an uptrend. This isn't too bad. That's good. That's okay. That's great. And of course, I started here. I know that's good. That's my anchor point. Next chart. Palladium. I know somebody who trades palladium. a very short-term cycle of well, it's exactly 21 trading days. That's 21 bars. And I do have a symmetrical cycle here, so it's 10 up and 10 down. The window of opportunity is going to be only a couple of days, 10% of the cycle, 2 days. So we have a cycle low, and it's starting to go up a little bit. It was on time. Not the greatest cycle. Didn't take me but a few seconds to find this. A little more homework and I probably could do something better. It's the EC forecaster being used. Eurodollars. Forex. We had a low just recently with a green bullish engulfing at the bottom of the market to the day. Cycle low was supposed to be the day next day after. Cycle high didn't work that well, but barely caught it within the window of opportunity. Same thing with this cycle low, cycle high. This is excellent. That's not bad. That's okay. That's excellent. That's pretty good. And I won't go any further. Again, the euro dollar, I wanted to show, had a head and shoulder top. My favorite pattern. I know head and shoulders inside and out, upside down and backwards. This didn't break the neckline in a classic manner at all, but the shoulders and the head were there pretty obviously. And it did obviously fulfill its minimum downside objective. Here we go. What's the most expensive stock in the United States? Berkshire Hathaway. My trading technique, the Ehrlich reversal, ER signals, has a bearish engulfing on the high day of Berkshire Hathaway at $544,000 a share, give or take a few hundred thousand or a bunch of thousands. Buy signal on the bottom of the break. Way over here on the left, buy signal on the bottom of the break. Sell signal here that worked pretty good, and here it worked very good. Of course, this is massive money when the signals work. When the signals don't work, I'm stopped out very quickly. I usually don't lose very much, period. It's all about money management. Next, bonds, futures markets, interest rates. Before interest rates turned, I got a buy signal on June 16th. And it came true. We had a very good rally, and that is the low day for the bear market. By the way, way back here, as the bear market was starting, only 3 days old, we have a bearish sell signal up there. This didn't work. It was a buy signal. It lost a little bit of money. That's okay. Produced a rally for a week or so. There's money in there. This is fantastic. And we had only a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a new bearish engulfing, and it so far is working. Now, 2 more charts real quick. Crude oil. I got 3 bearish engulfings in overbought conditions at the top of the crude oil market. You can't get more accurate than the high day or the low day. And that's the low day. Right there, August 23rd, 21. Last chart for this doodling around here with signals. Live hogs, Miss Piggy. We have a sell signal on the top, surrounded by a couple of others. I oftentimes get clustering, and one of the signals is the highest high or lowest low, but I get 2 or 3 and sometimes even 4 signals within a short period of time, and I'm talking usually a couple of weeks. This is a little bit longer than that. And yes, we just had a short sale signal on hogs on August 16th, so you want to track this one. Now, my signals do produce an exact entry price. In this particular case, 98.44, you can see here on this price scale, was the exact entry price. And live hogs the next day had a high of 98.45. 1 tick higher than my new short sale market if touched order. I apologize, I missed by a cent. That's an example of some of the signals that are in Forex, commodities, stocks, etc. with a little cycle work. Thanks very much. I remain basically bearish, even though we're rallying a little bit right now on the stock market indexes. We're up 81 on the Spider, still down 19 on the DIA, and up 140 on the Qs. See you tomorrow.